Any illness, whether small or big in proportion, not only affects the life of the sufferer, but also the lives of his near and dear ones. And if it happens to be diabetes, then the patient spends a lifetime trying to rid himself of the disease and lead a normal, happy life. He or she also needs to be really careful in taking timely medicines and following all the prescribed precautions, because if left unchecked, diabetes could prove fatal. Though allopathic medicines work in controlling diabetes, it is Ayurvedic medicines that go a long way in providing long-term relief when it comes to diabetes.
Namaskar. Welcome to Eternal Health. The topic of this lecture is Ayurveda and diabetes. Diabetes is spreading like an epidemic all over the world, even in countries which are called underdeveloped countries. Originally, they used to say that diabetes is a disease of rich people, but now I am seeing diabetes even in laborers, farmers, and people who are actively doing physical work. Even in some sports persons, I have seen diabetes. What are the causes of diabetes? How we can control, prevent, or treat this disease? Diabetes is one of the leading killer diseases. Not only a killer disease, diabetes is a leading cause for blindness, kidney failure, and heart problems. A lot of countries are actually working hard to find out ways to deal with this disease. I am personally working in England and in USA with some diabetic societies, and I have been going there regularly and trying to persuade them to understand the Ayurvedic principles. I am sometimes surprised that why people do not take to Ayurvedic principles. When I read about diabetes in Ayurveda, I am really amazed. The kind of explanation they have given, it completely matches up with modern science, and the kind of treatment they have suggested, it's very, very effective. I have been dealing with thousands of diabetic patients from all over the world, and using these simple Ayurvedic techniques, simple Ayurvedic knowledge, I have been able to help a lot of people. In simple words, diabetes means increase in blood sugar level. Whenever we eat food, there's a lot of carbohydrates in the food. After digestion, these carbohydrates get converted into glucose, and this glucose is necessary for functioning of our various systems. This is required for giving energy to various cells which are continuously working to carry out various bodily functions. If the glucose level increases in the blood as a result of eating more sugar or carbohydrates, there is an automatic system in the body which converts this extra glucose into glycogen, and whenever the body is short of glucose, this glycogen is again changed into glucose. This control of blood sugar level is done by insulin. Insulin is secreted by pancreas, and insulin is necessary to control the blood sugar level. There are generally two basic types of diabetes. One is type 1, which is when the insulin is not produced at all in the body. In second type of diabetes, there is a insulin is produced, but it's not released into the blood. As a result, there is an increase of blood sugar level. One of the common cause of diabetes is also obesity. People who are overweight, they also tend to develop diabetes at a certain age. And diabetes is also hereditary. Means if there is a history of diabetes in your family, in your mother's side or father's side, there are chances that a person can have diabetes. Ayurveda is a very serious science, and when we talk about diabetes, diabetes is not an easy disease. So if you want a proper treatment of diabetes, you should try to approach some expert Ayurvedic physician. I will repeat, expert Ayurvedic physician. Don't go to anybody who has not been studying Ayurveda or who has no experience in Ayurveda, because Ayurveda is quite deep science. One of the cause of diabetes is also coming from the mind, mental side is also there. So somebody has to diagnose what is the cause, whether it is Vata, whether it is Kapha, whether it is Ojas, or it is coming from your mind. Then only you can actually get a proper treatment. And treatment in Ayurveda is personalized. That is why in our Jiva Ionic clinic we have a unique treatment for diabetes, for each person, personalized treatment. And those of you who cannot make it to our Jiva Ionic clinic, we have a Jiva Sattva Diabetes Healthcare Pack, which comprises of a number of wonderful herbs which have proved to be effective, like Gudmar is one, Karela or bitter gourd is another one, Jamun, the seeds of Jamun is another one. There are plenty of Ayurvedic herbs which have now been proved to be effective in diabetes. So we have made a nice combination of these herbs, and we have been able to help thousands of diabetic patients all over the world. Always remember, in diabetes, the Ayurvedic medicine or just these treatments are not enough. There are three aspects of diabetic treatment. One is herbs, second is your diet, and third is your lifestyle, which means regular exercise, regular oil massage, some kind of physical activity. So if you want to get rid of your diabetes, or if you want to at least get rid of your everyday tablets or injections, you must look into Ayurveda. I am sure Ayurveda has a lot of potential to help diabetic people in this world. Not only help, I think Ayurveda is the only medical system which can help prevent diabetes, and I would advise that people all over the world, including government people, should look into Ayurveda, take these Ayurvedic principles, educate more and more people about diabetes, and then only we can fight diabetes. Thank you very much. Namaskar.